Hello, this is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City. We're at the end of July 2014 and it's time to do another market update. But I want to do something a little bit different right now that I normally don't do on the market updates. Typically I talk about the absorption rates and what the typical price range is. It's just really hot. But right now I really want to talk about deadlines. Because the end of July is past a deadline, and it makes a huge difference if you are a buyer or seller in the Oklahoma City real estate market. Normally in our suburbs and in the Oklahoma City school systems, school starts about August 15th. Now that we're back to full qualifying on loans, if you're not a cash buyer, then 45 to 60 days is normally what it takes for you to get a loan through. A lot of processing going on, abstract updating title insurance, getting inspections, getting appraisals, getting final documents in, doing repairs. So 45 days is pretty normal. So, at this point, we're about to start school in roughly about 3 weeks. And what that means is, if your house is on the market right now and it hasn't sold, it's a good chance that somebody's going to make an awfully low price offer, or certainly not at your list price because they can't close the house in time for their kids to get into school. And think about this. Really, if we're talking about school, we're really talking about 2 months. We want to get into that home maybe 2 weeks early, end of August or 1st of August, so that we can get set up and get, our furnishings in the right place and get used to it and kind of do a little reconnoitering about the neighborhood before we send our kids off to school. And so this is a time where if you're a seller and it's been on the market, let's say 30 or 60 days, for instance, and it hadn't sold, well, there's a lot fewer buyers at this moment. And so you need to understand that you're going to have to probably lower your cost unless there's something really spectacular about your home. Now I'm talking about the popular price ranges, obviously. If we're talking about $1 million home, it takes time to sell that, 12 months out of the year. That's number one. The second of all, if you're a savvy buyer, and I understand if you have children, this is not necessarily going to be geared to you because you want to be in a functional, safe, regulated place before school starts, because that's kind of mayhem. But if you are a buyer that can buy right now, in fact, if you can buy now through the end of August, you're really in the driver's seat, because at this point, there's fewer and fewer of you people that are trying to buy these homes. Now, interest rates are still low, and if somebody needs to sell and they've missed this deadline, then they're going to be a lot more marketable with that price. They're going to understand that they're going to have to come down a bit or pay closing costs or things. So if you're a seller, it's okay, don't panic, but start thinking about price reductions. If you're a buyer, this is a go signal. This is a time for you to go, because these deadlines are extremely important. Our market slows down after school starts, doesn't pick up again until October. Marvelous buying opportunity. And if you're a seller, be ready for a price reduction. This is Joe Pryor of the virtualrealestateteam.com in Oklahoma City, where we deliver traditional real estate values at the speed of technology.